Michelle, if I want to create a breakout room for Todd, Lynn, me, and Cindy, do I just put us into one room? It's been so long since I've done this, I don't know how.
Hi, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Sue, did you get my email about my available dates for Meals on Wheels?
I was just checking my emails. I haven't read it, but yeah, I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Because we do one next week, don't we?
Yes. Hmm.
Hey, did anybody see my mouse from my computer at church yesterday? No?
I did not, I don't look for things like that. I'm sorry, I don't use mouses, so I don't look for them.
Doug, did you see my mouse at church by chance in the room yet? Yesterday?
Did I? Are you asking me? No,
Yeah.
I didn't notice it when we packed up. It wasn't on the card table when we folded up and didn't notice it I didn't look anywhere else.
Maybe it fell on the floor. I'll look tomorrow when we go. I've got a meeting no, that's Thursday. No, that's Friday. Good Lord, what day is it?
Who knows?
It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
eighth
Nancy,
day
when
of
I
the-
went back because I forgot my little baggie, I
Uh-huh.
didn't see any mouse.
Okay. Well,
I would have noticed, yeah.
yeah, it
If you
could.
still need one on Sunday, I've got a supply here.
Oh, okay. I'll keep that in
I'll
mind.
try to remember to toss it in my car so I can't forget on Sunday.
Okay,
More or less, I was jumping the car and not think a thing about it.
yeah,
What went on yesterday?
we had the board retreat.
Oh, good.
Mhm. Yeah. So it is 4:00. And Cindy has asked that I take this meeting. She's not feeling quite as robust as maybe she should, and so I'm hoping that she's going to pop in and just give us some information. So it is 4 o'clock. So I will call this meeting to order. The minutes were sent out. Are there any corrections on those?
Nope.
No.
No, nope.
They are good to go. The floating trustee for next time,
Well, let's see. Wait. Nancy,
uh-huh,
on the agenda, I don't want to take up any time with it, but I'd like to have I think we need to add 2 items on the agenda so that they get on the next meeting, because this will probably be a long meeting. So I'd like to add them to the agenda with the approval of the others. We need to formally appoint which would probably occur under new business in the next time. A parliamentary advisor, maybe that's just a perfunctory step. And the other thing is that I'd like to have on the next agenda under new business is a $5,000 donation that's been offered to the church. So I would be adding them to this agenda, but not to be discussed at this time on the outside, unless there's an outside chancellor's time.
okay. Anything else? Okay. So, the floating trustee for next month,
How about the dates and times? We need to make sure that works. Looking at where that'd be October.
yep,
That'd be the exec committee meeting. I'm looking at my calendar, exec committee meeting on October 15th and the board meeting on October 22nd, because October 1 occurs on a Wednesday. So it kind of happens fast. Is that,
Luba, do you want to be the floating? Sorry,
Okay, yes,
thank you, Luba.
I don't have anything on my calendar.
Todd, we're all the way to you already.
Okay. I just have some remarks I want to get out of the way here at the start. As you know, I requested that you, our Board of Trustees, consider changes that I have proposed to my ministerial agreement in light of what now appears to be a permanent reduction in my salary and benefits. Since then, Tom Mosier, with good intentions, I'm sure, has drafted his own rewrite of my agreement without my input, without board authorization, and against my expressed objections. My current agreement requires the board to review it with me every 3 years, not to rewrite it, and that any changes are to be made by mutual agreement. Since there has been no motion to authorize Tom to create such a draft on behalf of the board, or to adopt it as the board's official alternative, I ask that it not be discussed tonight. I also have strong objections to its contents, which fundamentally alter the terms of my long-standing agreement and ask me to be somebody that I am not. Asking me to consider Tom's draft is frankly asking me to consider leaving UUCS. So it's a non-starter for me. For context, over the past 15 years, my agreement has only changed once, when I gave up over $50,000 in benefits the church had not paid me. For the last 3 years, I've also voluntarily reduced my salary by $25,000 annually, a total of $75,000 to date, while continuing to fulfill my responsibilities. My proposed revisions, developed with input from the shared ministry team, are simply a matter of fairness to compensate lost wages with more time. And that is what I understood we had agreed to discuss this evening. If instead the board wishes to review my current agreement, then I ask that that be done as originally planned by a small group of members amounting to less than a quorum. And I know this is an unusual, perhaps stressful situation, and I want to emphasize that I hold no anger toward anyone, any of you. I value your integrity, your good hearts, and commitment to doing right by me and by our congregation. So thank you for all you do. That's it for me tonight.
I am going to quickly call Cindy just to make sure, because she was going to come. So allow me just a minute, please. Hi, are you going to come to the meeting at all? Okay, we're in the meeting. Yeah, it's 4 o'clock. Okay, we'll see you in a minute. Thank you. Bye. She'll be right here. So I'm just going to hold up on her report for a moment. And we will move ahead with the minister's agreement toward the end, and I'm just praying that I know how to get us in there.
Wait. Are you talking about the executive session out of order now?
No, it's going to be a trial no matter when it is, so it's been something that I have not done yet for a long time, like 3 years.
Okay.
So we'll come back to that in a minute. Luba, did you have any ops teams?
Yes. September 25 operations meeting. Rebecca's business report included financial and payroll updates. Transitioning to QuickBooks Online, she had to research and learn a lot, since the bookkeeper had no idea of the AI pulling 30 years of old information. That is why the final numbers for 24-25 were delayed. The current numbers are 99.9% correct. By the end of the year, they will be 100% correct. And Lynn Genesian's spreadsheet is a very big help for now. But in January, the operations will go back to QuickBooks and payrolls, as it was probably planned. The final 2024-25 numbers are much better, just 18,000 in the hole. Renegotiations of contracts allowed the church to save money. The budget shortfall reserve is 20,000 and contingency fund is about 22,000. Reserves have been allocated for different areas of the church maintenance. Speaking of the building and grounds, the aging team cannot do much about the maintenance. Thanks to Donovan, pine needles have been collected, cleaned, and then wildfire mitigation with Spokane County Fire encompasses certain requirements, like new trees to be planted 5 feet from the building. For nonprofit organizations, there's a grant for cutting and trimming trees. Our church now is on the waiting list. In accordance with WaterWise program, we are expected to have native plants, bark, drip lines, and the grass cut to a certain length. There is a need for the parking lot cracks to be sealed. Recently vandalized light post will be fixed, or maybe have been fixed already by Robert Junisia. He has already fixed the latch after the shed was broken into. Thank you. And unfortunately, after 4 years of service, like two consecutive and another 2 years, Robert is resigning. The other items on the agenda, and the meeting was very long, I must say, were an updated fundraising policy according to which new ideas have to be approved by the operations team to prevent soliciting from individuals, as well as an updated title and contract for Todd Milner to be named now as lead audio visual technician. Todd Milner will draft the procedure how to run the booth. He will arrange one person to be trained as a backup. In the future, of course, the church will need speakers and computers, new or better. Rebecca also emphasized the importance of communications with the church staff. She knew, and she gave this an example, she knew that two child care providers were budgeted for one service only. However, she just was not informed that they were coming for two services due to Rachel's need of childcare. The annual budgeting for building and grounds is $12,000. It was clarified the operations team does the planning based on priorities of what needs to be done, matching the needs with the budget while following the church policy and rules. Asking the congregation for suggestions may result in 200 different opinions of what to do and how to save money. Somebody perhaps unintentionally turned off the sprinkler system while Rebecca was on vacation. And another point, if there is a donation for a project, the church will hire a company considering the cost of both the job and the maintenance. In accordance with specific policy governance, Tom Moshe's proposal for a landscaping project cannot be accepted because it is a controlled donation. That's it for the operations team meeting. And if you have questions.
Clarification, what was your last statement about why my offer of $5,000 was rejected?
Yes, this is what I recorded. In accordance with specific policy governance, Tom Moshe's proposal for a landscaping project can't, and there was no number, just can't be accepted because it is a controlled donation.
Okay, well, we'll discuss that later. That's absolutely false, but we'll deal with that later. But I'm interested in what you referred to a spreadsheet from Lynn, and I didn't understand that.
Wrong
Oh,
Lynn, just the wrong Lynn. Must have
Oh.
been Lynn,
Oh.
the bookkeeper. You
Oh,
said
Lynn.
Lynn Janishi and Luba, but I don't create a spreadsheet.
Okay, I didn't think you
Okay.
did.
Okay. So I understood that you helped to create the spreadsheet for the office.
For bookkeeping?
Yeah, for bookkeeping.
No,
No?
no,
What
wrong
what
Lynn.
did you do? You just helped to do that.
I didn't do anything with the spreadsheet for bookkeeping.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if maybe
Well, somehow you did help a lot in numbers.
She's probably thinking of Lynn, Lynn Winters, our bookkeeper.
the bookkeeper,
Yes.
Lynn.
We have a bookkeeper.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was different, Lynn. It helps when people have different names, not the same name. Okay, sorry about that. I will correct that because I have to submit that in writing. So Nancy, I will do that after I correct this. And as far as oh yes, and the other thing, I have forwarded those approved July minutes to Rebecca
Okay,
as I was supposed to.
thank you. All right, we're going back to Cindy with the president's report.
Okay, I have very little to report, except that the board met for their retreat. We were all able to attend. Due to an unfortunate incident on vacation, I was zooming into the retreat, and I continue to be not quite up to par. But I think it was a good and productive retreat. We have miles to go before we sleep. And other than that, I think everything I would mention is going to be addressed in our agenda. So I will leave it at that.
Okay, thank you. Dick, are you ready to take on that treasurer's report?
There's not much to report right now. I mean, normally the quarterly report would for like July, August, and September come out in October. And I noticed that things are still evolving from what Luba said.
Mhm.
She said there was 18,000 deficit reported to her for last year, reported by Rebecca, but a month ago it was about 13,000. So these numbers are still evolving. I'm hoping maybe by next month some of these things will stabilize. We can get a more stable report. But it's just, at least it's not nearly as bad as it had been projected at one point.
Mhm.
So it's, yeah.
Good. Thanks, Dick. Fundraising. So Lynn and her crew had their fundraiser with the honeybees. Who won the honey?
Tom Bradabo.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Hmm.
and on top of that, then they raised money and an additional amount of money came that way as well. We've got a sip and paint class that's going to happen in October, the first 2 weeks of it. And then at the end of the month, Riche and Jackie, maybe a couple other folks will be putting on a concert at church on Thursday, which is the 30th of October. And we'll continue to do some fundraising. There will be a special piece of music this Sunday for fundraising from my sister-in-law. She's got cancer and she's going to go down. She's going to knock it out of the ballpark. So some of those things coming up, as well as in November, it will be the auction already. So some of those ideas should be popping out of your brain. One of the things that I did early on was to create another letter for, say, someone like Kelsey. So I'm just going to address this to the Christensen family and pretend that it's Donna's daughter or granddaughter. And so this is just a sample of what a letter might be like. Dear Christensen family, on behalf of the entire UU congregation, I want to express our continued sympathy for the loss of your loved one, Donna Borden Rhodes. Their presence, spirit, and contributions remain deeply. We miss them and we continue to hold you and your family in our hearts. As we honor the legacies of those who have passed, we also are doing the important and sometimes difficult work of looking ahead to ensure the continued vitality of our community, pardon me. One aspect of that planning involves understanding any financial gifts or bequests that may have been designated in a member's will. We understand that these matters are deeply personal and may take time. However, if Donna included a bequest to the UU congregation in their estate plans, or if you are aware of their intention to do so, we would be deeply grateful to know. This information will help our board and finance committee plan responsibly and respectfully for the future. If you are unsure or if you need support navigating these details, we are here to help you in any way we can. Please feel free to reach out to me directly or to our treasurer at such and such. Regardless of the answer, please know that we are profoundly grateful for the ways that Donna enriched our spiritual community. Their memory lives on through all they gave of their time, energy, and love. And then it's signed by, it could be signed by Todd, it could be signed by Todd and the Board of Trustees. But that's just an idea of one of the AI generated letters that were created. So it's something to have there. We don't need to do anything with it right now, but maybe we can take a look. I know, Jean, you had said that you would look through that with me as well at some point in time. So maybe in the course of the next 2 weeks, we could get together.
Yes, and I think you should mention to the family how much Donna has given in the way of special gifts beyond her pledge, because I know she gave many, many, many gifts kind of on a monthly basis. And I just feel people should be recognized for their gifts, and I'm going to prepare more of a full report on that and what I've seen some other churches doing in the way of acknowledging people that give extra gifts. So more on that later.
Excellent. Thank you, Jean. I
And
appreciate
the other
it.
thing I didn't
Pardon
see
me?
is, yeah, it seemed that that letter focused on bequests in the will
Yeah,
and not on an unpaid pledges.
yeah,
No.
I had the same comment.
Yeah.
The
And that
distinction-
goes along with Jean's saying this is often much more, there's often much more to it. There's unpaid
Mhm.
pledges, there's bequests, there's acknowledgement of multiple other kinds of contributions, things like that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's just one of those things that it's kind of evolved into this, but it doesn't mean that it won't evolve into something else. Yes, Tom?
Yeah, well, to echo with Dick's comment there, there are two issues. One is a bequest to the church. Now, that becomes problematic because if it's not a bequest specifically to the endowment fund, then it falls under an undesignated donation, which our bylaws have very specific ways to address that. And if we're addressing an unpaid pledge, that's a third topic. So we really need to be careful about wording and who it goes to and what topic we're addressing.
Yep, and
I'd
I'm
be
not
glad to
doing
help with
anything
that.
else with it.
Yeah, I'd be glad to help sorting that out if it's.
Yeah, I know what Tom said there, like in the bequest that should be in the letter was to be, if there is a bequest, is that to endowment or is it like unspecified, like he said? And that's one of the things that could be clarified by calling whoever wrote the letter. And then there's somebody reading that may not be aware of some of these things.
Mhm,
Yeah.
exactly. So we're moving forward. No, not at all. Right now, it's just gonna stay right where it is.
Work in progress.
Yes. So, Cindy, new members for the ops team. To draw that to people's attention.
Yes, so the ops team is down to Julianne Moore, Both Don Willingham and Robert Janishian have stepped off. I have missed connecting with Julianne. I did speak briefly with Rebecca, and her suggestion was that it's let's see, it's very important to have someone who has some body of knowledge about the church in that position rather than just filling it with anyone we can get to say yes. She didn't have anyone specific to recommend. My hope was to talk with Julianne and see if she had any suggestion of someone who might be willing to be on the committee and a good fit for it. And I certainly want to put that out to the board and see if there are suggestions there. And I'll just mention that in our bylaws, we have 2 to 4 members on the operations team selected by the board. So, and I see Todd's hand up.
Well, I was just saying, Rebecca and I have talked about this a little bit this past week and trying to float some potential names too of legacy folks. You know, I knew Sue Watering served on it years ago, you know, but she's probably reached that point. She might make a good legacy member. That is somebody we mean by somebody with institutional memory, right? So that's one name we've come up with. I'll throw out there. I've not asked her.
Tom?
As you can, I'm impressed with a fairly new member, but he's been around a couple of years and he's attends all of the men's UU groups, and he's got a really sharp head on his shoulders. And that would be Matthew Cox. And I would suggest or urge anybody looking into this that Matthew be contacted. He doesn't have depth, but he's got smarts.
Okay. Cindy, did you have anyone else that you were going to mention?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I think
Okay,
this should be opened up to the whole congregation and invite people to nominate themselves if they feel like they'd be a good fit. We are talking about the operations team, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
we are now at the point of the ministerial agreement, and I do not want this to get ugly. So Lynn, what I would like for you to do for us is if you would be willing to share with the group some of the changes that you made when you were working with the shared ministry team,
Well,
Todd's ministerial agreement. And I'm going this route, Tom.
well, this is really intensely, I don't want to say, this is something that belongs in an executive session. I don't think this is broadly discussed. I'm very uncomfortable with this discussion about an agreement between the minister and the board being in an open meeting. We're supposed to go into executive session.
My understanding is that Lynn can share with us some of the information about the new agreement, and then we'll go into executive session.
Yeah,
That's my understanding.
I think it's important to hear Lynn, and maybe some of us will have some questions after that. It's not a discussion, it's just informational.
But Lynn can be invited. We have to have a motion to start an executive session. We can determine who goes into it. And all this discussion is between the board and Todd and any invited people. And to do this kind of thing in an open meeting is just, so inappropriate. in my opinion, I can't believe that we're even considering this.
Let me, Todd, do you have your hand up?
We cannot hear you.
Oh, unmute.
I just want to clarify, the ministerial agreement's actually an agreement between myself and the congregation that is signed on behalf of the congregation by a board member.
Mhm.
By
Just
the,
get
by
the
the,
terminology correct.
by the board, the president being the one who signs it on behalf of the board.
Well, but it's a contract between myself and the congregation, not between myself and the board.
Right.
Mhm.
Well,
Yes.
Just want to clear the language up.
So Todd, I'm sorry, I need you to help me with this. Is this something that Lynn can talk with us all about? Or do we go into executive session right now?
You know, personally, I would like to invite Lynn into, you know, any executive session we have, and I do think it should be probably executive session at this
Okay,
point, because we're talking about potential changes at this point, not approved changes. I think it'd be appropriate to announce any approved changes. But to keep it to be clear, so those of you who are not going to attend the executive session, the issue is to discuss a proposed ministerial agreement change to my contract that will treat me more fairly in light of the pay cut that it appears is going to be a permanent pay cut from this point forward, largely by repaying me with or compensating me with more time to myself than payola, of course. So that's the gist of it. So, and now for the board to make a decision, it has to come out of the board meeting. I mean, out of the executive session and back into a recorded meeting so that it would be part of the record if there's any official decisions made. So just wanted to clear that up for those who would not be attended. But yes, I think, Nancy, I'm kind of with Tom. I think I'd be more comfortable. I do want to make sure again that we're discussing the reason I and the shared ministry team requested this meeting is to discuss the proposed changes that we have presented the board with. And that is the point of this meeting.
okay.
We need a motion. I would move that we go into executive session for the purpose of discussing the ministerial agreement that needs to be renewed before January 22nd of 2026, and that Lynn Janesian be invited and to be attended by the board members and.
Well, that's not quite, that's an error, Tom. It does not need to be renewed. My contract is ongoing. It's reviewed. It's not renewed. It's not rewritten. The board is supposed to review it with me every 3 years. If you want to have a review, then I have again asked that as the initial plan was, there would be a small number of board members who do not amount to a quorum, along with a member or two from the shared ministry team to have a review. I'm not talking about a review. I'm talking about a consideration of my proposed contract changes or ministerial agreement changes. That's what I would want us to be talking about today. Oh, Nancy, you're like me, you muted yourself.
Yeah, I cannot get into the room, and so, Doug, would you go in?
Yes. Are you asking me to,
Yes, just a minute. This is,
that I need to do?
We could just ask those who have not been invited to leave this room and then stop the recording temporarily.
how are we going to know when to turn it on?
Well, when you're ready to make it, if you're ready to make a decision, then you would do that formally with a recorded version, just, you know, calling it back into session.
How would we know when to return though?
Oh, so you will sit here for the time we're gone, is that it?
Well, I'm wondering about the whole thing. How will that work? Because there'll be more meeting after you guys get together, am I correct?
I just got a notice, an invitation to join breakout room.
Me too.
Yes.
Okay, so, that means you guys can go, and if I choose, I can sit here and you will come back with the rest of your meeting, or should I just leave?
I think that's our hope. All
That you would
things-
come back?
Yeah, that we would all come back.
We have to come back under executive session rules. We have to come back into the regular meeting and announce what we did in the meeting. And if we want to make a decision, we can make a decision. If we don't want to make a decision, we don't have to make a decision. And then we adjourn the meeting or continue the meeting. It's very formalized in the bylaws.
So those of us that want to see the rest of the meeting, is there a way
Well,
we
you'd
can be
stay,
notified?
you'd stay in the room.
You just
I
stay-
am.
Or, yeah. Or
And we
leave
could
the,
talk-
leave
we
the,
could-
leave the room on and wait for chatter, I guess. Or you could,
Okay.
you know.
So we didn't really have a motion approved, which is according to bylaws, we have to have a motion to go into executive session.
Second,
Well, Todd didn't like, who's not a voting member, but he's certainly an important member. He didn't approve what my wording was.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm asking for a motion to go into an executive session to specifically discuss my proposed changes to my ministerial agreement.
And are you excluding any other additions, corrections, or changes?
Not necessarily, but I don't want to get into a lot of that, obviously. I like it the way it is. If there are questions about it that you know, someone notices, that's why we'll be going into the discussion. But I don't want it to be rewritten. Yes, this is a proposal that I'm happy with and would like to move forward with.
All right, I've got Michelle coming on to help me with this.
I've got a joined breakout room. Does everybody else?
I do.
I have a join.
Lynn, Todd, Doug, and Cindy. And Michelle is coming on board. I don't know how to get you there, guys. I'm sorry.
We just push the button that says join. You have to
Yeah,
make sure.
You have to get an
Justin and-
invitation. I've not gotten an invitation.
I don't see one.
Oh,
No, there's only 4 people that are going in, is my understanding.
I thought the whole board
So
was.
it would be the whole board.
The whole board needs to go in, yeah.
Well,
It's
it would be
executive-
The
it's
whole board,
executive-
the whole board, Lynn and Todd.
Yeah, that's an executive session. It's not a subcommittee.
Jean's got her
Question.
hand up.
Jean has a question.
Jean?
Is this one of many meetings or is this the final meeting that you're talking about?
I hope it's the final meeting.
Well, my understanding is that the board suggests, the bylaws suggest that the board survey the congregation and that the congregation be much more involved in this process. Is that not true, Tom?
No,
No.
no. It's between the board and the minister. I mean, the board represents the congregation. You elected us, the board's gonna deal with this, along with Todd and Lynn has been invited because she has considerable information. She's a resource person,
Cindy,
in my opinion.
Doug Deaton going into a breakout room, but I don't know how. Can you help me? I'm sorry, guys. This has been so long since I've done this.
I don't know anything what to do with this.
Do you see everybody's names, Nancy?
Yes, I do.
And you should be able to invite into a breakout room like you did with the people. So mine says that you're inviting me to join room 1. And you should be able to select whoever you want that's in this meeting.
think
Did we lose?
Nancy just went into it.
Oh, she might have.
So she selected herself, but not the rest of us.
She should be able to come right back out. Here she comes.
Okay, there's your UCS admin. Yeah, and our invites went away, so that's probably good, so she can start the process over.
Hi, yeah, there she is.
Did you go into the
cannot hear
breakout room,
you.
Nancy?
All by myself. And Michelle is here. She's trying to help me.
Thank you, Michelle.
God. All right.
Right, I'm joining.
I'm joining.
I'm joining.
How?
Do you see a invite that says join breakout room?
Where is it?
I don't.
I don't see one yet.
It should pop
We
right
aren't
up. On,
all going, guys. We aren't all going.
yeah,
No, we're
everybody
supposed
needs to
We're
go.
all supposed to go. All the board members.
That's what we heard.
Where do I look for this,
It will
this-
pop up.
this button?
Yeah.
So what will pop up?
An invitation to join, but I haven't seen a,
But is it verbal invitation or
no,
is it
no, it's digital. You should see it on your screen.
something?
That means, yeah, that means it hasn't been, you haven't been invited yet. Neither have I.
You may have to spread your screen a little wider.
Okay, it is wide.
I'm wondering if we can, we only have one item left on the agenda. If we can't finish that one item, the rest of us can leave and there's no need for this breakout room.
But we have to conclude the executive session and come back and report for the minutes what transpired.
Okay,
And we're going to vote. We can only vote in an open meeting.
So
All right.
here's my understanding. They are in a breakout room. Okay? What we said is we were sending. Just a minute.
No, it's
Michelle.
supposed to be the whole board in the breakout room.
Yeah.
No, plus Todd and Lynn.
No,
Yes.
That's what
That's
I
right.
heard.
That's what the
Nancy.
executive session is. It's not a subcommittee.
it's an executive meeting is what I was told. Sorry. I need to fix my.
No, it's an
cursor.
executive session, not executive meeting.
Okay, that's the difference.
Yeah, this executive session is not, the executive meeting is 4 people maybe.
Okay, I still don't have invitation.
Yeah, that's my understanding. It's an executive session.
No, that's exactly right. And the
Yeah.
executive session has to be the full board or those board members who are in attendance.
Right.
Hmm.
That's totally separate, different from an executive committee.
I'm reading the bylaws. An executive session may be called by a majority vote of the trustees present during a regularly scheduled board meeting. And it must identify the subject to be discussed in the session, which we've done. And the board may designate it who in addition to the trustees. And we've done that. So we just need to get into a room.
So I'm not sure why why the admin is not able to just click on whoever on the list of attendees in this meeting to go to the breakout rooms. You should be able to see everybody's name and send an invite. But if not, let's just ask people to give us this space. And then you can come back in, I don't know, 30 minutes.
I'll see you later.
We could
Todd-
each take one person to call.
Yeah, you can email or text everyone.
Okay,
There are 3 people.
that sounds good.
Okay,
It's
I'm
the Gene
leaving.
Larson, Sue Sturts, Robert Janishan. Just 3 people could be text or emailed.
Lynn is in the session. So we'd be contacting Jean and Sue.
Right, yeah. Well, Robert too. was here.
Well, I
Wasn't
didn't
he
see
here?
Robert at the end, but
Oh, he
yeah.
was. Oh, he was here earlier.
No, I've got a message that says UUCS admin was a host, and then it disappeared.
Where's Nancy?
So we just need to wait for Nancy to come back. So it says the host has opened breakout rooms. Please wait to be assigned. But we don't need a breakout room now. We just need Nancy.
Nancy disappeared.
Or she can do the breakout room like it's supposed to be done.
It'd be nice if she figures it out.
Now I got,
Okay, here's Nancy.
okay, I just had that same message, UUCS administration is host, and then it disappeared after about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Nancy coming back.
There she is. You're muted, Nancy.
Don't ask me.
Todd is muted too.
We're saying, is Michelle with us, or is that just an empty room there?
I think that might be Michelle.
I don't even see an empty room. What's going on here?
Well, an
UUC has
empty
admin.
square, I should say. Michelle, are you there? Can you unmute if you are?
I'll ask her.
Because we probably would want her to.
He says, I am still here, but it doesn't seem like you need me, so I'll tell her to go away.
Okay.
She can probably hear you.
And then we probably need to stop the recording. I don't know if she needs to do that or,
The recording is still going apparently.
yeah. Michelle, maybe we need you to stop the recording unless that's
Uh-oh.
something Nancy can do.
Let me,
Just click on the recording up at the top, Nancy. If you put your cursor up there, you should have that.
Yeah,